Schafer, Armish Moreno, wasn't born into money, violence, or even electricity. He was born into silence. Lancaster County, Pennsylvania, an Amish enclave that measured time not in dollars or deals, but in sunsets, sermons, and the hum of buggy wheels on dirt roads. Schafer's world was simple. Kerosene lamps, horse-drawn carts, and a phone nailed to a post at the edge of town meant only for scripture calls and emergencies. No television, no internet, but in that silence, Schafer listened. He learned, he thought. From a young age, he had a way of seeing things differently. While others worked the fields, Schafer calculated crop yields in his head. While his community debated scripture, Schafer studied the logic beneath it, mapping patterns in people's words. Even with the barest scraps of technology, an old pocket watch, a battery light, a phone that couldn't connect to anything but God, Schafer understood how systems worked, and, more importantly, how to bend them. By 17, he was already restless. He saw the boundaries of Lancaster not as protection, but as prison walls. The world was bigger, faster, sharper, and he wanted in. Against tradition, Schafer walked away. He left the farm, left the buggy, left the silence. He walked into New York City. The city hit him like a thunderclap. Neon lights, roaring engines, skyscrapers scraping the clouds. Where others were overwhelmed, Schafer thrived. He didn't just adjust, he adapted faster than anyone thought possible. Within a year, he wasn't the quiet Amish kid anymore. He was Armish, the nickname given by hustlers who mocked his roots. Until they realized the kid could outthink and outdrive anyone on the streets. He could disappear down alleys no GPS could map. He could strip a car's electronics in minutes, despite growing up without them. He could memorize whole city blocks like they were just farm fields in his mind. But his real gift wasn't just driving. It was planning. Schafer saw the city the way Wall Street wolves saw the markets, as a system of gears. Taxis, traffic lights, bank transfers, police rotations. He mapped it all, until New York itself became his chessboard. Crews started calling him for getaways, then for logistics, then for full-on operations. Armish didn't just drive the car, he drove the play, and every move worked. It wasn't long before whispers of his genius reached higher ears. Not gangsters, not hustlers, men in suits, mafiosi, shadow brokers, who saw in Schafer something terrifying, the mind of a financier, the control of a driver, and the patience of a farmer who'd spent his childhood watching the seasons turn. Armish started running bigger pleasure companies, offshore accounts, logistics webs that made robberies look like legitimate business deals. He became less a wheelman, more a strategist. By the time he hit his 30s, Schafer wasn't just the best driver in New York. He was the man behind the curtain. Black rock level, quiet, in control of empires without ever needing his name on the paper. And then came the Union. Hans Gruber, Mudsky Hums, Mandodrath, the legends of Hydrate City. The puppet masters of a shadow empire. At first, Schafer wasn't looking for them, but the Union, they were looking for him. Hans Gruber knew what he was building. An organization that could infiltrate governments, corporations, industries, and to do that, he needed a man who could move money and machinery without anyone noticing. Schafer Moreno was perfect. When he joined, the Union gained something it had never truly had before. A strategist who could fuse financial empires, street-level logistics, and corporate takeovers into one seamless web. Now, Armish sits in the driver's seat of the Union's economy. Offshore banking, he runs it. Real estate empires. His fingerprints are invisible on every deed. Smuggling routes disguised as shipping firms. He's the GPS. Crisis management. He's already 5 turns ahead. If Hans is the puppet master, Mud's the oil baron, Hum's the ghost, Mando the vibe keeper, and Drath the shadow, then Schafer, Armish, Moreno is the machine. The engine under the hood, the man who drives the Union forward while no one even realizes they're moving. And if you ever think you've seen the full scale of the Union's reach, check the stock market, check the ports, check the quiet farmland outside Lancaster, where the lights still run on batteries and no one asks questions. Because somewhere out there, behind every deal, every crash, every empire built or broken, Armish is driving.